Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about rounding and subtraction. Uh, so what it's going to be is it's going to give you a subtraction problem like this right here, and then you're going to have to round to you're going to have to round your number, and then you will be able to subtract. So let's go ahead and start this. It says Carl had 327 beads. He made a necklace with 42 beads. So he has 327 beads in all. Okay. And then he made a necklace which had 42 beads on it. Okay. So one necklace, 42 beads. So about how many beads did he have left? Well, notice it said about how many. It didn't ask for this specific amount. So we're going to round. So we're going to round to the highest place in the smallest number. Okay, so that means that we are going to round to the tens place. Okay. So 327, we're rounding to the tens place. So we're going to find our tens, which is right here, the 2. Then we're going to look behind it. And that 7 is above 5, right? So that 7 tells this 2 to go to a 3, and then every number behind it goes to a 0. So that makes it 330. Okay? Then 42, rounding to our tens place again, that 4, then the number behind it is a 2. Well, that 2 is less than 5. So that tells our 4 to stay the same. And then that equals a 40. So 330 minus 40. Well, 0 plus 0, or 0 minus 0 is 0. Now, can we take 3 minus 4? No, we can't. So we're going to have to borrow. So we take a 10, or we take 100 away, and that makes it 200. Then we put the 10 over here to make it 13. Okay, so we have 13 tens now. So 13 minus 4 is 9. And then 2 minus nothing is 2. So Carl had about 290 beads left to make more necklaces. All right, now let's go to the next one. Joni's mom made cookies. I love cookies. All right, so she made 74 of them, and her family ate 19 cookies for dessert after their dinner. So about how many cookies were left? Well, both numbers have digits in the tens column, so we will round to the tens place, okay? So let's look here. 74 rounded to the nearest 10, so that 7 is going to stay a 7, right? Because that 4 tells it to stay the same. Then that 19 here, that 1, the 9 behind the 1 tells this 1 to go to a 2, right? And then 70 minus 20 is 50. So that means that they have about 50 cookies left to eat for later. All right. Now, if you want, you can read this little thing here. I'm going to go on and talk about the review. So it says, number 1, estimate by rounding to the nearest 10 and then subtract. So it tells us where to round it to, okay? So 27 minus 18. You're going to look at your tens place and then go to the ones to tell whether your tens is going to change and go up or if it's going to stay the same. So that 7 is going to tell that 2 to round up. So it's going to be a 3, and then that 7 is going to turn to a 0. Then you have 18 here. That 8 tells that 1 to go up as well. So you're going to have 30 minus 20 equals what? Okay. Same with this. You round to the nearest 10, round to the nearest 10. Now, let's get down here to 8. We're rounding to the nearest 100. So we're looking at our hundreds place. That 2 tells that 8 to stay the same. So it's going to be 800. Remember, every number after the hundreds place turns to a 0. Now this 6 here, that 4 is telling it to stay the same. So it's going to be 6 and then 0, 0. So you have 800 minus 600. All right, guys, if you